Kou Nasubi reporting in. Remember when I talked about Monster Hunter Rise? It's only 80% of my content at this point. Links in the description. I can't really help it though because I love this franchise so much. Well, it recently got an update which introduces several new elements such as a transmog system that doesn't feel like I'm about to get fucked unless it's by her, but that's for my therapist to know, fuck off. Now, what better way to commemorate Rise's endgame being saved than a tier list video? Because that hasn't been done to shit. Together with KitsuneCiel and Trazy links in the description, we've taken the liberty of creating the correct Rise tier list for about 100 people to see. Holy shit, thank you so much. Now, I'm a bit of a monster hunter myself. I did start out at the best game after all. Now I think I know what I'm doing here. So let's get started because I spent about a third of my subscription editing this shit.
Hi, my name is Ciel. I am a fox, not a cat boy.
Sorry, sure about that.
I started off in Monster Hunter, basically first Monster Hunter, all the way to now to Monster Hunter Rise.
Did you play Dose as well?
Yes, I played those.
That wasn't even released here. Good
eBay.
old black market. eBay. No, that's pretty good. Yeah. I did the same thing when Cross was announced because I didn't think it was gonna get a port.
Wow. Hello, I'm Trazy. I'm a PNG tuber. Start off with Monster Hunter Try.
We've got our 4 rankings here today. We've got Peak Monster Hunter, which is S. A, which is pretty good. We've got B, which is B. I didn't know what to put for this one. I apologize.
Just see.
C, which is vored by Dal in the Dirt. And of course, subject to underwater combat, because whatever is in this one deserves to drown in that underwater combat. Let's see, we are ranking this based on design plus music, equipment, fight, and favorite iteration, although that one's a bit of an optional comment. Some of these obviously do not apply, but let's start off with the Aknosom.
Oh, that one. The design of it, I love it. Even though it's based off a mythological creature, right?
Yeah, one of those yokai. I didn't see which one though.
Yeah, it's an umbrella yokai. That's what it is. And its combat, it's really nice as well because it looks like it's dancing.
It's very
it's
light.
pretty fluid. Like it's like in a dance.
This fight was like Fisher Price levels of difficulty. I'm not sure what to think of it.
Pretty good, I guess.
Pretty good. What is your verdict, Trazy?
Between like B and pretty good in my opinion. Like it's not like a great monster, but it's like not bad either. Also,
Like,
the armor looked pretty good, but only the helmet is a bit weird.
Yeah,
It
the
is-
helmet was weird for me. That's what I thought.
That
Okay,
was a-
actually, I'll just bring that to a B then.
I hope there's like some sort of subspecies introduced for it later on, because I feel like there's a lot of opportunity to explore its moveset here and really develop on it. Narrations too, so that's a B.
Yeah.
Next up, we've got the Almodron.
But yeah, I think it's pretty cool.
It's pretty cool.
At the same time, it has like a lot of character, and like
Mhm.
it seems like a bit old and stuff. And I think it's really fits like the mud and like herf design, like the concept around it. For the fight, I think it's really interesting, like that he can like terraform and stuff.
The armor is good, but it doesn't feel like it matches the monster.
It's
Yeah,
the
that's
neon
pretty
lights
true.
really threw me off. I'm like, what the hell? I do not want to see this thing glow yellow at any point in the fight.
Only
I'm not
its
sure.
mud ball, the acid mud ball that he carries or tosses
Yeah,
around.
Really?
just cooking
Oh,
you
it
in
might be
microwave.
that then. Pretty
Pretty
good.
good, yeah.
Personally,
Pretty-
I don't know about you guys.
I believe the light
Oh.
bow gun for it becomes an arm cannon.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
pretty good. All right, let's move on to the Anjanath, bane of my existence, the root of my
Fight.
misery.
Really? You don't like the adjutant?
No,
He
I'm
was-
kidding. Feathered dinosaur. How could I pass up on that? I'm not surprised to see it back, but
I don't know, like I never really had like a big love for the Anjanath.
the overall look of it for both it and its armor, like they're not bad, but I'm just sort of okay with it.
Like for me, in World, he was difficult, which was fun to fight him.
Mhm.
And then once we brought it to Rise with the wire bugs, it made it so easy to avoid
Yeah,
its attacks and everything. And its arm pretty much looked like a kind of like a hand-me-down version of the Rathalos or Wrathion armor. And also, plus, it's very easy to predict that it's gonna go in rage mode when it snows and little wings
Yeah.
come
I
out.
mean, it telegraphs it pretty easily, yeah. So
Uh-huh.
design-wise, it actually, that's actually pretty good. But I'm not actually sure where to plot this.
so I would say like it would be like a pretty good if like it's the first time you do it, but like after that it's just become like a B.
It's not bad,
Yeah.
but oh yeah, Apex Arzuros. This one was fun.
I was actually really surprised when I saw it the first time. Like it really threw me off. Like just when you just straight up like bomb dive in the middle of the map
Yeah.
and just destroys everything. And like I really like the Apex monsters like in general.
It was good. He was like really really tough to fight at first. But the good thing is about like how I like love how Monster Hunter Rise brought the Apex monster. Reminds me of the old virus. I forgot what's
The
called.
frenzy. No, that
The
these are
frenzy virus.
the exact name and like the coloration is kind of like
Mhm.
alluding towards that. I am crossing my fingers because Apex monsters were like monsters that managed to actually overcome the frenzy virus and form this sort of symbiotic relationship with it and become
Mhm.
stupid powerful. Even the coloration, man. I'm telling you, Gore Magala's on the way home. I think it's pretty
Was-
good solely for the fact that it gives me hope that Gore Magala is gonna come back. This video will age where I swear. I think this one's the Apex Wrathion, since we're
yeah.
our only
Mhm.
other Apex monster on the list that I think a number of us have fought at this point.
The Wrathion for me was tough, really tough.
Mhm.
Yeah. I think I chugged like all my antidote potions during the fight.
This is a Wrathion, so I'm already inclined to dislike it and just throw it into underwater combat.
I don't know.
I'm playing
What
with
do you
that
see?
idea.
Just ready to chug into that.
I don't
Let's
know.
go.
I don't know. Let's give this thing a fighting chance. What else can you say about it, Ciel? You've actually fought this in a solo quest.
Cooler than
Its
us.
fighting mechanics is the same, but I feel like there was something they added to it. It's like they change it up. Like you expect like its combo, usual combo, but it changes to a different combo. That's why.
Oh, so it's got like a slightly different moveset and a combo that
Uh-huh.
you can get locked
Mhm.
in pretty easily.
It's bad when you're in the corner. To be honest, I accidentally brought it to a corner and I got stuck in the corner.
Yeah, I mean
Oh my
that's for any
God.
monster. Like a corner or a very narrow place, terrible. That was just Nergigante in World. I'm not sure. You know,
We should-
maybe I won't throw this into the water. I don't think it deserves that. It deserves to be vored by Dalmadur. Arzurus, you can't really go wrong.
Barioth, I love the design.
I
Loved
think
it
so.
from the past
Yep.
two. Is a
Same.
saber tooth combined with what?
Oh, like the body of a Tigrex.
Yeah, Barioth, I had that. I always had like a hard time and like liking it because like I got like PTSD from Try, and yeah,
Was it really
but
that
like
bad?
it's a really. I don't know. I was really bad at that time, so.
Would we say
it
it's
just
peak
flex
Monster
after.
Hunter? Because it's got a
I
pretty
would say it's
banging
peak,
theme.
but like I still like it's a peak monster, I know, but like at the same time I got PTSD from the monster.
I give it peak monster because also the armor. It's
It's
Oh,
pretty
yeah.
good. That's... Anyways, before you all say anything about Baroth, I want to throw it into underwater combat. But
why it's a classic
Yo.
monster.
But it's
Yeah.
also good. Basarios is actually back. When was the last time we saw him?
It was in Gen, I'm
fourth
pretty sure.
right? Yeah, Generations,
Yeah, it was in
Generations
Gen.
Ultimate.
What's him again? What's he?
What does he do?
Yeah, I legitimately when I was playing with another friend, like I forgot how do I fight this monster again?
Basarios overall, I would say is kind of like the concept is cool, but like it's poorly executed. I feel
Yeah.
like.
I mean, they tried to improve on the fight, I would say, with...
Yeah, I would say it's really improved since
Yes.
Generation.
It's being a little more generous to Blade Masters and giving them a little bit of a more obvious tell
Yeah.
for when they can attack. For when it heats up and the parts go soft. Other
Yeah.
than that, it's like it's not a terrible fight. I actually really do like the design and its armor and all of that stuff. You know, pretty fun to use as a Wyvern bumper car.
Yo, I like to like just laser the other monsters.
Oh yeah, no, that late.
Well, hyper beam.
Yeah, the
Yo, the
hyper beam was
first
really
time I saw the hyper beam, I was laughing so much because you just roll on them and just freaking laser beam.
I'd say pretty good is alright. Like I like the. I've got no actual gripes with it.
I would say pretty good. If it was like the same as like in Generation, it would be like Vord.
Bishaten, Monkey Dragon, best idea ever.
Monkey.
Peak Monster Hunter.
Diablo,
oh, no.
child.
I
I love Diablo.
like it's a cool design, but I hate it. Like it's
I
so
love its
annoying.
roar.
He's
my
cool,
God.
but at the same time I hate it. Like it's a love-hate relationship. Like I love how he works and everything. Like it's pretty like you can see like what he's gonna do and stuff, but it's so annoying to fight at the same time.
I like it. I still like it. I'm fine with it.
Yeah, you're fine. I do appreciate how that armor really lines up with the character and overall
Yeah.
design of the monster overall. It
It
is not
does.
just a generic, cool-looking fantasy hunter, which is why I think
Mhm.
it's like super alright overall. It's not a bad fight. It doesn't annoy me as much as like maybe like say Baroth. Am I gonna throw it into the water, into the mouth of an elder dragon?
I would say it's actually like pretty good, but like I still hate
Peak
advocate.
Monster Hunter. Peak Monster Hunter.
What the fuck? Fine, whatever, you take that. Anyways, time for the peak monster hunter. I am not
agree with
accepting criticism
Ollie.
for that one. Moving on. Baggy!
I mean, he's okay.
He's okay.
Actually, just okay.
He's okay.
Yeah, I mean, it's like the same like basic like monster, but good for like introducing. But yeah, that's pretty much it.
Izuchi was like, I wanted it to be a little unique and stand out amongst those these are bird wyverns, right? I'm pretty sure they're bird wyverns.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
The moves.
I mean,
and the
it's
way
kind of unique, so
It is unique.
At least there's that.
But it's still like a little easy. I'm not entirely
yeah.
sure about it. I think it's okay. It doesn't deserve to be Vord, that's for sure. It's not
No.
pretty good because it's just something that you can bully after getting one new armor piece.
Overall, I like the design with the tail. Plus, his combat
Yes.
fighting style is also, if it has like lackeys with them, they follow the leader pretty much. Like they
It's
competently move as it does.
In our hearts,
Well, it's between like B and pretty good. Yeah.
yeah, it is like a high B.
Yeah.
Higher than the Baggy, that's for sure.
Yeah, definitely.
Probably on the same level as the Aknosam, I would say, but, you know. Ragi's pretty based.
Cowboy hat.
This guy, on the other hand... There we go,
yeah.
moving on. Does anyone have anything to say before I throw it into here?
He's a child. Spare him.
Yo, he's cool.
He's a
always chill.
baby.
I hate this motherfucking wyvern. I hate how it picks up a rock and my weapon bounces off it.
Yeah, but he can knock it down. It's so funny.
Fine.
He's all confused when he knocks
Vord,
it
this
down.
was
Present
Vord.
your case. Present your case right now. Defend this monster and why it should be above the Vord tier.
Just make him Vord because like he can make some like good omelets for Dalmadu.
Oh my god. He's kept as a pet prisoner. He's like the chef. We have him shackled up next to a post. It's like a B minus. No, before I put this absolutely
I would make
based
it
bunny
Vord
in
because
P.
I hate that
Really?
fucking buddy.
Really? I love Gombi. It's so good.
He's just fucking sliding everywhere. There's no purpose to the fucking fight, so like there's nothing to it. Like it's not annoying, it's just meh.
I'd probably put it pretty good.
Pretty
Like,
good.
Yeah, it's still adorable monster, including like its armor as well as adorable.
How about we have a compromise? Anyways, before I put this one in absolutely base, does anyone else have anything to say against it or for it?
I absolutely love it. The effects are great. The armor looks so fucking good.
Very
The actual monster looks so good.
Everything about it. Plus, it's not an elder dragon, which is better.
It's not. It's a brute wyvern, I believe.
I know, which is so good. Plus, it stands toe to toe with any monsters.
It's so fucking funny to watch it fight in a turf war and just to watch it blast around. Absolutely banger theme, by the way. Speaking of banger themes, Mizutsude.
I like the music, but I hate the monster.
Really?
I mean, the design for like the fight, for like like the bubbles going around, I really love that. But I can't stand that freaking like laser water beam. Like it's just annoying.
Okay, what about you, CL? Maybe you can provide a different opinion on this. Maybe save this from being vored by Dalmadur.
I would get like Vord, but I wouldn't say like it's peak Monster Hunter.
The design, the combat, of course, because it's really elegant, really.
Yeah, it is.
Nice.
It's very elegant, very sleek, very smooth. It's not absolutely based, but
yeah, I would say it's pretty good.
It's pretty good.
Oh yeah, pretty good, my girls.
I always love the
Narakuga.
It's really cool. Design is pretty straightforward and like it's really like cool and edgy, and I love this.
Plus, it fits the theme since the armor is like more ninja like.
Oh yeah, no, I love its armor design, but I've got no real issues with the current Rise iteration. I think it's fairly good. Obviously toned down from Iceborne. Good.
I would say it's peak, yeah.
Anyways, before I put this up into absolutely based,
I wouldn't say it's peak, personally.
Alright, let's hear some thoughts. Alright, Trazy, you go first.
I know, like, he's cool and like has unique stuff going for him. But I wouldn't say like it's peak Monster Hunter. I think it's like pretty unique like concept. It's a bit annoying sometimes, but it's like that's
at
how
least it's not
poison
coral.
works. Yeah, it's like it's less annoying I would say than the freaking Wrathion. So personally, I would say like it's more like pretty good than.
I would probably say pretty good as well. But overall, like I love its armor too. It's mostly like it looks like a ghillie suit almost.
I would say pretty good,
Yeah, pretty good.
just because like the overall design is pretty nice.
Rakna I am already inclined to put it into peak Monster Hunter solely because it is a return of insect-like monsters or
Yeah,
Yes, and I
Temurosanians.
love that.
I
they
actually
did that.
really like the fight. I did it only once though, but I really love doing it.
I fought it a
Like, it's
couple
pretty
of
unique.
times.
I,
I really like it.
I laugh so much when it just like threw the eggs and just like latched to like
Yeah,
the floor and
they're
dragged.
kind of like its
It's a-
own wire bug.
The armor looks like it's pretty like on par with like the design of like the Spire and stuff, so I think it's pretty nice.
Yeah,
I
but
wish
what-
there was like more like customizable like colors though on the set.
The different pigments.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
no, absolutely. The customization on the Rakna Kadeki pretty good.
Mhm.
I would
Well,
say.
I would say it's
peak,
really high up.
question mark. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Peak monster, yeah.
I want to hear what
Actually,
you both
really
have
like-
to say on Rajang because this one is not
So-
as difficult.
Rise was the first time I ever fought the Rajang
Monkey?
actually.
Oh my god. Oh.
And so I didn't know what I was gonna get into besides Super Saiyan Monkey. And yeah, I was actually like pleasantly surprised. Like it was a really cool fight. Has like a lot of challenges because like I usually don't like doing those types of like monsters like using mainly the wire bug, and so like I usually tend to just go more the classic way.
Yeah.
And so I thought the fight was really fun to do.
Well, Rajang is like an old monster I fought before. Plus, I'm like surprised that they didn't bring his. The reason Rajang is actually there it should be the reason because of another monster. Because that's the reason how Rajang gets his abilities. But other than that, they need his Yin to Yang. I probably say pretty good because it doesn't explain like, oh, he got his thunder powers. He's a Super Saiyan.
But based monkey goes into pretty good. You do not deserve to be bored.
I like Rathalos.
I will keep it there. We'll keep them together. You know.
Can we get it in B because cool armor?
Moving on.
Yeah.
Let's go into Royal
Breaking-
Ludroth.
Just throw the Ludroth in the water, but not because it's bad, because it needs to be in the water.
Oh yeah, that's right. Subject to underwater combat. Moving on. Another newcomer, actually.
I really love the fight. It was pretty unique, I would say. And also if there was actually like underwater combat, I think it would be really interesting to see like how it would work out. But yeah, I'd say it's a really good monster. I wouldn't know if it's like pretty good or peak, but like I think it's a really good monster, and I'm actually if like they do like next Monster Hunter and they actually reintroduce back like underwater combat, I would be really interested to see like what they do, because
Trazy
they're
can
probably
only
gonna
hope
bring
for
back.
underwater combat.
I just want underwater combat back.
You were in that
okay.
very small group. Actually, I'm kind of in that too, but you know. Somnican
Oh, but-
was a monster that I kind of discovered as I fought it more and more. I discovered that it, in fact, used the blast ailment, and it, in fact, could jump very far. By the way, links in the description.
Yeah.
But I think it's pretty good. I actually have not
Yeah.
had like a terrible experience with it. I think the
I
fight's
really
great.
love the fight.
What
And
about you?
the armor looks really amazing in
cool.
my opinion.
Yeah, the armor is really good. Fight overall, I love it as well. Everything about it, I love it. And plus, it's also very helpful when you're mounted on it when you're fighting another monster because it has a sleep
Oh
paralysis.
yes, that's like easy sleep bombing until the rando in your lobby decides to, perhaps I will poke this thing awake.
I'd say pretty good.
Blah.
Trondon. I actually really liked it. Trondon. I think it's a fun fight, and like it has like that like personality to it, like just big sumo
Yes.
lizard.
It also fits the theme of Monster Hunter Rise, like the theme of it.
Following that design philosophy of tying with Japanese mythology in general.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I do love its armor. It's really cool. It's like really military-ish, like you're the tank.
Yes.
Yeah.
I like it.
But it doesn't match the monster though.
Yeah.
Is it?
I mean, a bit. I would say it's like
you look
fits.
at it, it look like a Fallout helmet or something like that.
Yeah.
It's just mossy
Yeah.
power armor.
Uh,
Maybe. I think the armor matches up pretty well with the sort of quote-unquote
Yeah.
silhouette of the monster as well. Like that's
I
sort
think
of
like the thing is that like it doesn't like seem to be like made of the Tetrandon, but like it's like represent really well the Tetrandon in my opinion.
yeah.
I would say they're B plus or pretty good.
Like it's either a high B or pretty good. I'm also
I'd say
hoping
pretty
for
good.
more subspecies or a variant of Tetranodon
Yeah.
as well. Tetranodon also kind of reminds me of Zamtrios, so I am also kind of
Yeah.
holding out for
Yo, I
more fourth
wish.
gen monsters. That Zamtrios makes a comeback because the Zamites are in the game. Why isn't Zamtrios in there? Oh well.
Yeah, I hope they bring
keep
back.
teasing
It
us-
was so funny to find.
Turf4, I forgot. Does he shove the bear down his throat or something? I
He
forgot.
does. He has one of the funniest turf wars.
I never saw Turf Wars with
And I think it was one of the
Tetranodon,
first
actually.
turf war videos released for Rise, and it was just Tetranodon shoving the Arzuros down its throat.
Yeah.
I need to see that.
You're getting more.
We're here to talk about surprisingly a really nice addition to the Elder Dragon roster.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So Narwa, the more I learned about it, the more I actually tended to like it. It's a little like Gore Magala, given that it is a little more intelligent.
Like
Yeah.
Narwhal was definitely really fun, and I think like there's a lot of mechanics I would say to the fight, but like they're so like obvious that you don't really need to go question yourself. You just do it, and like they don't need to tell you like what to do. You like sort of like know what you have to do. And I think it's
Most
really
of the
cool.
time, unless you end up in a party like Seals.
Oh, I
Yeah.
did solo, so the only downside is the armor for like the two other dragons. I would say the armor's like the design, like the look of it is cool, but like the coloring is really weird. in my
It's really
opinion.
weird when you try to color the armor itself, and
Even the base armor.
skills are not that great. I do not see myself using any of those armor pieces anytime soon. If anyone else is able to come up with a better build, let me know. But
I mean, layered armor.
I don't know. It's just great for layered armor. I love the aesthetic of it. I love the facial expression on
Hmm.
both that one and a certain other newcomer. But we'll talk about
Like,
that guy later.
Let's
Tigrex is
see. Yeah, pretty good.
I've got really got nothing else to say about it. It's pretty good. Toby Kadachi, on the other hand, I actually think it's like okay. I think the design's a
yeah.
little weird.
Same. I actually love the design, but I don't really like the fight.
Why is that?
I don't know. It's just like bounce everywhere, and like I didn't really like find anything like that cool or just
Like, it felt
freaking flying
very
scroll or something.
different from World because in World because the forest I forgot what it's called.
Ancient Forest.
Ancient
Yeah.
Forest and World. Tomogachi had a lot of trees to just jump off and make it the fight more difficult.
Yeah.
But in the Rise with the flooded forest, it didn't feel like it because it only had like I rarely see it going on
Yeah,
anything.
the
Mhm.
maps are a lot less dense in Rise, mostly because it prevents the switch from tanking, but also Flooded Forest performs bad enough
Yeah.
as is. I don't think the
Never
Toby
happened to me,
Kadachi
actually.
is like too bad. Nothing really about it infuriates me. The armor's
Yeah,
pretty good,
it's
the
just-
fight's pretty good. He's pretty alright. Volvidon though.
Avoid it. I don't like it. It's super annoying.
Done. Let's also talk about Ibushi. Kind of the same case. Narwa and Ibushi are like a package. Well, not really a package deal, but they were sort of designed with the same philosophies.
Yeah.
This one's based off the god of wind or thunderstorms. I don't know. But
Hurricane,
either way,
I think, is like
yeah, hurricane.
storm.
Yeah.
Mhm.
By the way, I probably should have mentioned this earlier. Both of their intros are really cool. The only thing that kind of puts, for me personally,
Rampage.
Ibushi
Mhm.
locked behind a rampage.
Yeah. Yeah.
Pretty
There
much,
needs,
yeah,
there
same.
needs to be a solo quest for Ibushi.
Yeah, I would love that they do like in the future, like an actual like soul quest like the Narwa.
They're doing this for the Apex monsters. They're giving them solo quests, but Ibushi needs one of his own.
I'm curious to see that.
Yeah, the story's currently on a cliffhanger, isn't it? Because
Yeah.
it's,
they're still alive. These two are still alive. They're not dead.
Yeah.
And I guess I should sort of talk about that too. It is also, these two monsters are adding a sort of a supernatural, mythological element as well.
Yeah.
Towards
dude.
Monster Hunter with the solely because of the possession deal that
Mhm.
Trazy just mentioned. It's not like Fatalis. Like, Fatalis has that lore about the armor possessing you and you eventually disappearing. Gore Magala is Gore Magala. Shagru You know, those are two intelligent beings, but these two are like malicious
Yeah.
entities. I feel like we should mention that we've already mentioned that they don't die after a fight. Zinogre, very cool monster. I can't really say much about it, you
I
know.
know. The look of him, like the effects, they're amazing. Like it improves so much.
I love it overall. It's like when like I said, it's so good to see the monster progress, like starting having new moves and everything. But then Rise, just like they just murdered my boy. They murdered my boy.
But let's move on to they're not on this list, so I'll add them in post. I believe the first one we kind of had to talk about was Camilios, which is already right over here, absolutely peak. Guys, it's not a difficult fight, but it is a very enjoyable fight.
Like I thought the tongue will be the issue, but yet again, it rarely uses
It's
tongue.
not,
So
no.
like, oh,
I kind of wish it's still a wire bugs just for a meme, but Shala can go down here with Ludra. We're done.
Crucial Adora.
Fucking hate that thing.
Okay.
Anyways, Teostra was Teostra's a thing. I fought it and I was like, I believe it is holding out on some moves. This can't be all of its moveset. There has to be more. And then it got pissed off, and then I carded a lot.
I fought it. The only thing that was worry about is when it self-destructs.
Oh yeah, I feel like
but it wasn't that big a radius.
Yeah,
I thought it was. Like out of all the games, it had a bigger radius than that.
Compared to Rise, it's very. I think that has to do with how the areas are designed right now. They're actually like, we haven't had super gigantic arenas or areas. That's why I believe the radius is a lot smaller. Otherwise, if we had the world radius of Teostra for that supernova, we would just be dead. Every time it popped up, we'd just be dead.
I'm burning up.
Yep.
Getting
I would say like maybe a high B.
high B plus.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And finally, last but not least, the B-52 bomber. I was one of the like 7 people in the world who wasn't spoiled on this monster immediately upon the update's release. It's not too
Like for me,
bad.
I spoiled myself finding it out because there was a mission for it.
Oh yeah, there was a there was a
Yeah.
mission for it. Yeah, I did notice that after I went back to the hub on after carding to it. B for B52. How about that? And I think that pretty much concludes the tier list. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe for more objectively correct tier lists. I don't think I'll be doing another tier list video. Maybe if maybe when the G rank expansion comes out. What do you think?